Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss competitive bits from level 2 in principles of inheritance. Question number 1. Read the following statements carefully and select the appropriate option given below. So statement A. UV radiations can cause mutations in organisms. So it is correct statement. B. The pattern of inheritance of Mendelian disorders can be traced in a family by pedigree analysis. It is also a correct statement. Failure of segregation, nothing but separation of chromosomes during cell division cycle results in the gain or loss of chromosomes called aneuploidy. It is also correct. D. The unmodified allele, which represents the original phenotype in is the dominant allele, and the modified allele is generally the recessive allele. It is also a correct statement. The chromosomes which were different in two sexes were named as sex chromosomes. So this is a fifth statement. Now the chromosomes which were different in two sexes were named as heterogametic sex. Heterogametic sex. So that's why except fifth statement, all the statements are correct. Let's see the options. All the correct except C and D statements. 2. All are correct except E statement. 3. All are correct except C statement. 4. All are correct except A and B statements. So now the chromosomes which were different in two sexes were named as heterogametic sex chromosomes. Heterogametic sex chromosomes. So that's why the correct option is 2. Question number 2. A 10-year-old patient is found to have slating eyes with epicanthic fold, hypertelorism, dysplastic ears, mongoloid face, and protruding tongue. The patient is suffering from options 1. Down syndrome, 2. Klinefelter syndrome, 3. Turner syndrome, 4. Cry-du-Chat syndrome. So here in this question, they are given the symptoms of a particular disease. The symptoms are slating eyes, epicanthic fold, hypertelorism, dysplastic ears, mongoloid face, protruding tongue. These are the symptoms of disease. Based on these symptoms, which of the following disease we need to find out. So let's see. Down syndrome, we know epicanthic fold. That means folding of this eyelids are folded. Epicanthic fold. And we know that other name of this Down syndrome is Mongolism. That is mongoloid face. Protruding tongue are the symptoms of the Down syndrome. So based on that symptoms, the correct answer is option 1, Down's syndrome. And we are all very familiar to this Klinefelter syndrome symptom is gynecomastia. That means development of breast in males, gynecomastia. Turner syndrome, underdevelopment of breast, that is Turner syndrome. Here we can represent that 44 autosomes plus XO, that is the Turner syndrome, and Klinefelter syndrome is 44 autosomes plus XXY. Due to extra X, these individuals get the female characters. Now Down syndrome, it is represented with 45 trisomy of autosomes. 45 autosomes, either female or maybe male. So there is no change in the sex chromosome. So Down syndrome is the answer. Option 1 is correct. Now what is this Cry-Du-Chat syndrome? Let's see that. Cry-Du-Chat syndrome is a chromosomal disorder like Downs and Klinefelter, and all these four are the examples of chromosomal disorder. And this Cry-Du-Chat syndrome is caused by the partial deletion of varying length of the short term of chromosome 5. So it is an example for monosomy. So monosomy. So it is a autosomal monosomy. We are not at all studied about this. All trisomies we are studied. Cry-Du-Chat disease syndrome is a autosomal autosomal monosomy. Monosomy. That means it is represented with that 43 chromosome autosomes plus XX or maybe XY. 43. That means a deletion of fifth chromosome. One arm of this fifth chromosome leads to this Cry-Du-Chat disease. So autosomal monosomy example. So we know allosomal monosomy, that is Turner's. Allosomal trisomy, it is Klinefelter. Autosomal trisomy is Down syndrome. Autosomal monosomy is Cry-Du-Chat syndrome. Okay, so now the correct answer for this question is option 2. And remember, what are the options given? All are the examples for chromosomal disorders. Question number 3. In XO type of sex determination, options 1. Females produce two types of gametes. 2. Males produce two types of gametes. 3. Females produce gametes with Y chromosome. 4. Males produce gametes with Y chromosome. So let's see this XO type of sex determination we can observe in insects. Insects shows this X0 XX type of sex determination. In this XX is represent the female, and XO it is the male. That means male produces the two types of gametes, two types of gametes, and female is a homogametic. Female is homogametic and male is heterogametic. Heterogametic. So that's why the correct answer is option 2. Males produce two types of gametes. So the correct answer is option 2. Question number 4. It is based on the information. Who among the following was awarded the Nobel Prize for their interpretation of the genetic code? Options 1. Herbert Boyer. 2. Harbin Kurana. 3. Carrie Mullis. 4. Arthur Korenberg. So among these, the interruption of genetic code, it is discovered by Harbin Kurana. He got Nobel Prize in 1969, basis of molecular biology. So the correct answer is option 2. Question number 5. Phenomenon of an allele of one gene suppressing the activity of allele of another gene is called epistasis. It is a direct definition of this epistasis. So correct answer is 2. Option 2 is correct. And dominance means it is a gene. That means the character which is expressed out. That means phenotypically is expressed in F1 generation. That we will call as the dominance. Question number 6. Mendel's law of independent assortment can be demonstrated by options 1. Test cross, 2. Back cross, 3. Monohybrid cross, 4. Dihybrid cross. So now let's see the Mendel law of independent assortment. It is always demonstrated by using dihybrid cross. The correct option is 4. And monohybrid cross is used to explain the law of segregation. Law of segregation. Segregation. And test cross is used to know the unknown genotypes. To know unknown genotypes. So that's why the correct answer is option 4. Question number 7. Match the following. Column 1. A. Grasshopper. B. Drosophila. C. Parrot. D. Honeybee. Column 2. 1. X, Y type of sex determination. 2. Haplodiploidic. 3. XO type of sex determination. 4. ZW type of sex determination. So let's try to match. Grasshopper A. So the sex determination in grasshopper is X0 type of sex determination. Type of sex determination. That is A is 3. Next B. Drosophila. So in the Drosophila, the sex determination is XY type of sex determination. So that is B is 1. C. Parrot, it is a bird. So in bird, the sex determination type is ZW type of sex determination. So C is 4. The last D. Honeybee, it is a haplodiploidic type. Haplodiploidic. That means drones are haploid and females are diploid. So haplodiploidic type in honeybee. So based on this, that is D is 2. So based on this, the correct option is 2 is the correct option for this question. Question number 8. Where are bare bodies found? Options 1. Ova, 2. Sperms, 3. Somatic cells of man, 4. Somatic cells of woman. So we are already know that the bare bodies we will in females, found in females. That means second option sperms belongs to males, so that's why it is not considered. And third option somatic cells of man, then it is not considered. So now the bare bodies in females where they are present in somatic cells. Some somatic cells or vegetative cells. Vegetative cells consists this bare bodies. So in that vegetative cells, particularly in which cells they are present. So they are present in neutrophils. Neutrophils consists this bare bodies. So neutrophils are the type of white blood cells. Neutrophils are one type of white blood cells. So the correct answer is the bare bodies found in somatic cells of women or somatic cells of female. So the correct option is 4. Question number 9. Z Z ZW type of sex determination is seen in options 1. Ornithorhynchus, 2. Pavo, 3. Periplaneta, 4. Phyla. So among these options, Ornithorhynchus are belongs to the mammals, prototherian mammals. Mammals. Pavo. So the complete name of this is Pavo cristatus. Is the complete full name of this. This Pavo cristatus is the scientific name of peacock. So peacock scientifically called as Pavo cristatus. It is a bird. Periplaneta americana. It is the scientific name of that. It is a cockroach. And Phyla is the belongs to the phylum Mollusca. So now ZZ ZL, ZZ ZW type of sex determination is present in birds. Is present in it is sex determination in birds. So in this option, Pavo cristatus is a bird. That's why option 2 is the correct answer. Question number 10. Sickle cell anemia is due to mutation of options CTC to CAC. Second option CTG to CAG. Third option CAG to CTC. Fourth option CGC to CAC. So these are all CTC, that means these are all nucleotide sequence. So now here the first one CTC is these are the codes present on DNA. So now these are copied onto the RNA, that is mRNA transcription. During transcription, the CTC is formed as GAG. This GAG represents the glutamic acid. glutamic acid. So this glutamic acid is present on sixth position in the polypeptide chain of the beta chain. The beta chain, in beta chain polypeptide chain on sixth position, this glutamic acid is present. So that is represented GAG on mRNA and CTC on DNA. So on from this DNA, when it is copied, it becomes GAG on mRNA. So the GAG represents the glutamic acid. So now here these options. First check all this. GAG represents the glutamic acid. Now come to the second option. It is given CTG. CTG. So C become G. T. When it comes to the mRNA, T is always bound with A and G becomes C. It does not represent glutamic acid. Come to the third option, that is a CAG. C bound with guanine and A. In mRNA, thymine is absent. That's why it become uracil and C. GUC, it is not represent the glutamic. GAG is the glutamic acid. And come to the fourth option, CGC. So CGC is on DNA and on mRNA it become GCG, that is on mRNA. So it is also not the glutamic acid. So all these are not represent the glutamic acid. So that's why these are all. Then we know the answer. But this glutamic acid is converts into the valine. Instead of this GAG, it become GUG. This GUG represent valine, represents the valine. So GAG is changes to the due to the point mutation. This GAG is converted into GUG valine and this leads to the sickle cell anemia. So then find that. So in first option CAC, it is on DNA and when it copied onto the mRNA it become GUG on mRNA. So this GUG is the valine. Now come to the second option CAG. When it come onto the mRNA, it become GUC. It is not a valine. Then come to this one GAG. GAG is the glutamic acid. It is not converted into glutamic acid. It's converted into valine. Then come to the fourth option is CAC. GUG. It is a valine, but this is not a glutamic acid. So in sickle cell anemia, due to mutation of glutamic acid to valine, it leads to the sickle cell anemia. So that's why option 1 is the correct answer. Question number 11. Which one shows complementary gene interaction ratio of 9:7? So complementary gene interaction ratio, which one shows that? So question number, that means option number 1, 4 o'clock plant. 2, feather color in fowl. 3, flower color in sweet pea. 4, fruit shape in shepherd's purse. So these are the options. In these given examples, which one shows that complementary gene interaction? So let's know about their ratios. 4 o'clock plant, it is example of incomplete dominance. Snapdragon and 4 o'clock plant both are shows incomplete dominance. Its ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1. And next one, feather color in fowl. It is an example of supplementary genes, and its ratio is 9 is to 3 is to 4. And third, flower color in sweet pea. So it is an example of complementary genes, shows 9 is to 7. So as per question, third one is the correct option. And fourth, fruit shape in shepherd's purse. It is an example of duplicate genes, and its ratio is 15 is to 1. So now let's know what is meant by a complementary gene. So complementary genes are the genes that both contribute to a single characteristic, where both genes can mask the effect of the other, is called as a complementary gene. So both contribute to a single characteristic where both the genes can mask or can close the effect of other. Such genes are called as the complementary genes that we can observe in flower color in sweet pea. So the correct answer is option 3. Question number 12. Longest chromosome occurs in options 1. Lilium, 2. Giamese, 3. Oleum, 4. Trillium. So let's see. The longest chromosome is present in Trillium, which is a member of Liliaceae family. Its metaphase chromosome has been measured as 30 micrometer in length. It is the longest chromosome, 30 micrometer in length. So remaining all in other plants given here, Lilium, Giamese and Oleum, Cepa. In these plants, the chromosome length is less than 30 micrometers. So the longest chromosome is present in Trillium. So the correct answer is option 4. Question number 13. Hereditary disease in which urine turns black on exposure due to presence of homogenetic acid is options 1. Ketonuria, 2. Phenylketonuria, 3. Hematuria, 4. Alkaptonuria. So in these options, hematuria, that means urea in blood, accumulation of urea in blood is called as urea in blood, is considered as hematuria. So accumulation of urea in blood, that condition. So phenylketonuria, we are already knows this one. It is a metabolic disorder. It is a metabolic disorder, and it is an example of Mendelian disorders. So now let's see what is the correct answer. Alkaptonuria is a rare genetic metabolic disorder. It is also a metabolic disorder, alkaptonuria, characterized by the accumulation of homogenetic acid in the body. Now, affected individuals lack, means absence, enough functional levels of an enzyme required to break down the homogenetic acid. So enzyme is absent to break down this homogenetic acid. So due to failure of breakdown of this acid, this affected individual may have dark urine or urine that turns black when exposed to air due to presence of this acid. So that's why the correct answer is option 4, alkaptonuria. In this condition, the urine becomes black when exposure to the air due to presence of homogenetic acid. Question number 14. The condition of an extra chromosome in addition to its homologous pair is options 1 trisomy, 2 monosomy, 3 polyploidy, 4 nullisomy. So we are already knows that trisomy it is represents with 2n plus 1. Monosomy it is represent with 2n minus 1. And nullisomy it is represents with 2n minus 2. So now here the question is the extra chromosome in addition to its homologous pair. So 2n is the homologous pair. Addition of that one is addition. Then it becomes trisomy. Correct answer is option 1. So monosomy deletion to its homologous pair. That is monosomy. One if it is. Both are deleted. That means it becomes 0. That is nullisomy. So polyploidy is a condition. So that is due to the lack of cytokinesis. That means continuous karyokinesis without cytokinesis is leads to the polyploidy. This is entirely different to the remaining 3. So in this question, the question may ask find out the odd one out in a given options. Among these 4 options, polyploidy is the odd one. So now the extra chromosome addition to homologous pair, that is trisomy. Deletion of one chromosome from the homologous pair, monosomy. Deletion of both, then it is nullisomy. So as per question, the correct answer is option 1. Question number 15. Diagrammatic representation of chromosomes is options 1 karyotype, 2 ideogram, 3 chromosome map, 4 phenogram. So let's see the meanings of these words. Karyotyping is the process by which photographs of chromosomes are taken in order to determine the chromosome complement of an individual, including the number of chromosomes and any abnormalities. It's called karyotype. Ideogram, a diagrammatic representation of chromosome morphology, characteristic of a species or a population, is called ideogram. A genetic map is a type of chromosome map that shows the relative locations of genes and other important features. Phenogram, a tree-like diagram that is used in analysis to show similarity or dissimilarity among specimens. So this is the information we have regarding these options. So the question is, diagrammatic representation of chromosome is ideogram. So ideogram is the correct option. So option 2 is correct answer. So ideogram, diagrammatic representation of chromosome morphology, characteristic of a species or a population. Question number 16. In human, height shows a lot of variation. It is an example. Options: 1. Multiple alleles. 2. Pleiotropic inheritance. 3. Polygenic inheritance. 4. Co-dominance. Let's see this here options. Already we know that multiple allelism, multiple alleles or allelism. So the example for this multiple alleles is ABO blood grouping. ABO blood grouping is the example. In this ABO blood grouping, AB blood group shows the codominance. Codominance. So example is AB blood group. So in the question, in human, height shows the lot of variation. So here multiple alleles related to the blood group and codominance related to the blood group heights. So now let's come to the remaining two options: pleiotropic inheritance and polygenic inheritance. So pleiotropic inheritance means what? Pleiotropic inheritance. So pleiotropic inheritance, many, sorry, single gene, single gene, many characters. Many characters. And polygenic, 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 many genes, many genes, single character, single character represent the single character. Single gene represents many traits. Many genes represent a single trait. So here trait is height. There are a lot of variations in the height, but the many genes will regulate that a single trait. Trait is height, maybe variations, but height is a trait. So the example, these variations in the heights, it comes the example of polygenic inheritance. And pleiotropic example is phenylketonuria is the example. So single gene, it shows many characteristic symptoms to that phenylketonuria. So pleiotropic inheritance example is the example for this is phenylketonuria. Ketonuria, whereas the height variations in height, it is example for the phylogenetic inheritance. What is meant by phylogenetic inheritance? Many genes controlling a single trait. Pleiotropic, a single gene controls many traits. That is a simple difference between these two. So the correct answer is option 3. Question number 17. Select the correct bases of DNA, RNA, and amino acid of beta chain causing sickle cell anemia. So here remember that it is given a correct basis on DNA as well as RNA. So now let's see the options here. 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Please see that. Option 1, DNA sequences are CAC GUG. RNA sequence is GAG, and the amino acid represent it is a glutamic acid. Now second option, DNA bases are CAC GTG, and RNA bases are GUG, valine amino acid. Now third option, DNA bases are CTC GAG, RNA bases are GUG, and amino acid name is valine. And option 4, CTC GAG are the bases on DNA, and RNA bases on RNA is GUG and represent glutamic acid. So now let's see that. Please remember that we are already the similar type of question we are discussed in this video. That is 10th question we are discussed. So now let's know about DNA is a double helical structure. That means two strands are present. Two strands are present double helical structure of DNA. So that means one DNA having one sequence and another sequence is complementary to the other one. Suppose here they are given a basis on DNA. That means this base is present on one strand and this base is present on the another strand. Let's see. So in first option on DNA, that is CAC, it is present on one strand. The complementary strand should have C. It is DNA, no? So that's why A is always bound with T, and then G. This is the correct base pair on the DNA strand. But here it is given U. So U is present only in RNA. Thymine is absent in RNA. Instead of thymine, uracil is present in RNA. But here both the bases are present on DNA strands. So that's why here U is mentioned. That's why we are not considering it is a correct answer. Now let's come to the second option. So one strand having CAA and another strand it is given GTG. It is correct. Now when this GTG DTG is coded on mRNA. So we are already knows that there are different types of RNAs. RNA mainly three types of RNA. That is ribosomal rRNA, mRNA, tRNA are the three types. Ribosomal RNA, mRNA messenger, transverse RNA, tRNA. So now the mRNA gets the message from the DNA. That means whatever the coding present on this DNA, it is copied onto the mRNA. It will brings and transferred to the tRNA. So when it is copied onto the mRNA, G is bound form as a C, and T, it is mRNA. T bound with A because it consists adenine mRNA and C. And when this is transferred to tRNA, transverse RNA, this C is become G and A is become U. Correct. A is become U because T is absent now, and T. G U G. So actually GAG is the glutamic acid, but GUG it becomes valine. GUG becomes valine. Okay, so please be careful. Here, two base pairs are bases given on this DNA. One base it is present on one strand, it is onto the another strand. From these strands, first it is copied onto the mRNA and then it is transferred to the tRNA. When it is transferred to the mRNA, it is converts into its complementary nucleotides. So G is always bound with C, T is bound with A, G is bound with C. That's why this is formed on the mRNA. And it is transferred. It will bring from the nucleus. DNA is present inside the nucleus. From that nucleus, this messenger RNA brings that code to the rRNA through tRNA. So that is transferred. This code is transferred to the tRNA. When it is transferred, then it forms its complementary nucleotides on that. So C is bound with G and A need to bound with T, but in tRNA thymine is absent. Instead of that, A bonds with uracil and C bonds with G. GUG is formed on that tRNA. So based on this GUG, this tRNA brings valine to the rRNA, ribosomal RNA. So that is codes for the valine. So actually it needs to bring glutamic acid, but it will bring valine. So that's why this is the correct answer. So option 2 is the correct one. Then come to the third option here, CTC GAG. So this coding is correct. CTC, then it is complementary code is GAG. It is correct here. Now when it is transferred to the mRNA, then CUC because T is absent in that. So this is mRNA coding. And when it transferred to the tRNA, it become G. A is present no? A, G. This is the glutamic acid, not the valine. So this is wrong. GUG is the valine, but here it is given glutamic acid. So that's why the correct answer is option 2. Question number 18. Accumulation of protein, amyloid peptide in human brain causes options 1. Addison's disease, 2. Huntington's disease, 3. Alzheimer's disease, 4. Parkinson's disease. So let's see what are these diseases. How many of these diseases are affect on this brain? Let's see. The first one, Addison's disease. This disease is occurs when the adrenal cortex is damaged. Adrenal cortex. Adrenal is the endocrine gland. And the adrenal gland don't produce enough steroid hormones, cortisols and aldosterone. So that's why the Addison's disease is affects on endocrine gland. Endocrine gland. So that's why it is not a Addison's disease is not a answer. Now, Huntington's disease. Huntington's disease is a progressive brain disorder caused by a single defective gene on chromosome 4. Already we are giving this Huntington's disease is a dominant autosomal disease. Example for dominant autosomal disorder, Huntington's chromosome. It is a brain disorder. Next, Alzheimer's disease is thought to be caused by abnormal build up of proteins in and around the brain cells. One of the protein involved is amyloid protein. Next, fourth option. Parkinson's disease is caused by loss of nerve cells. Loss of nerve cells in the part of the brain called this substantia nigra. So, in this, among these four options, three are related to the nervous system. That is Huntington's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and Parkinson's disease. One is due to the damage of adrenal gland, endocrine gland, that is. So now the question is accumulation of protein, that is amyloid protein in human brain causes, that is Alzheimer's disease. Option 3 is correct. So remember that the same question it may ask, find out the odd one with respect to the nerve disorders, with respect to the nerve system disorder. So among these four options, Huntington's disease, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease affect the nervous system, but Addison's disease does not. So that's why odd one is Addison disease. So as per this question, the correct answer is option 3. Alzheimer's disease, it is caused due to the accumulation of amyloid protein in and around the brain cells. Question number 19. Which of the following statements is the most appropriate for sickle cell anemia? Options. 1. It can be treated with iron supplements. 2. It is a chromosomal disorder. 3. It confers resistance to acquiring malaria. 4. All of the above. So let's see here. Sickle cell anemia is the example for Mendelian disorders, not a chromosomal disorder. That's why option 2 is not considered. That means all of the above is also not considered. So already we have studied in previous videos sickle cell anemia carrier. That means in heterozygous condition, the persons will get immunity against the malaria. So that's why the sickle cell anemia, it confers the resistance to the acquiring malaria. It is the correct option. Option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 20. Bare body occurs in options. 1. Interphase cell of female mammal. 2. Interphase cell of male mammal. 3. Prophase cell of male mammal. 4. Prophase cell of female mammal. So already we knew that bare body is present in bare body present in only females. That's why here second and third option we will not consider. Male mammals do not consider the bare body. So then in females this bare body occurs, that means in interphase cell or maybe prophase cell. We can find this bare body in interphase cell of female mammals. So the correct answer is option 1. Question number 21. The following figure shows the diagrammatic representation of 1. Monohybrid cross, 2. Dihybrid cross, 3. Trihybrid cross, 4. Test cross. Let's see the diagram. So here they are considering the two characters tall and dwarf. They are the parental characters, and when they are crossed F1 generation, all are tall. So now here they are considering one character from each. That means it is a mono hybrid cross. Only one character. If they are considered two characters in each parent, then it is called dihybrid cross. If three characters in each parent, trihybrid cross. Test cross is used to identify the unknown genotypes. So the following figure represents the monohybrid cross. So the correct answer is option 1. Question number 22. Bare body is observed in options 1. Basophils of male, 2. Neutrophils of female, 3. Basophils of female, 4. Eosinophils. So here whatever the names it is given, basophils, neutrophils, and third one is eosinophils. All these three, all these three are the type of, this comes under one type of white blood cells. White blood cells. What are they? All these are granulocytes. 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 And granulocytes are lymphocytes and monocytes. Granulocytes. Granulocytes are lymphocytes. Lymphocytes and monocytes. So white blood cells are majorly two types. One is granulocyte and second one is a granulocyte. Granulocytes are three types. They are basophils, neutrophils, eosinophils. These eosinophils are also called as acidophils. So now let's see, bare body is observed in all these four, all these cells are somatic cells, are vegetative cells. Already we knew that bare body is present only in females. So that's why first option, male, is not considered. So now the same type of bit we studied in previous, in the same video, that is bare body is present in the somatic cells of the female. Somatic cells of female, or vegetative cells of female. In which cells these are present? So these are present in neutrophils. Neutrophils consists this bare body. So option 2 is correct answer. Question number 23. Smallest segment of genetic material affected by mutation is? Options 1. Recon, 2. Cistron, 3. Muton, 4. Exon. This is a repetition question. So we can find the same question in the level 1 also. So let's see what is meant by this. Recon is a unit of recombination. Cistron, a segment of the DNA molecule and consists of linear sequence of nucleotides. Mutant, the smallest element of genetic material capable of undergoing a distinct mutation, usually identified as a single pair of nucleotide. Exon, the portion of a gene that codes for amino acid. So the coded portion of the gene is called as exon. So as per this information, the correct answer, the smallest segment of genetic material affected by a mutation is called as a muton. So the correct answer is option 3. Question number 24. Genes for cytoplasmic male sterility in plants located in. So genes for cytoplasmic male sterility in plants is located in options: 1. Chloroplast genome, 2. Mitochondrial genome, 3. Nuclear genome, 4. Cytosol, nothing but cytoplasm. Let's see. Cytoplasmic male sterility is total or partial male sterility in plants as the result of a specific nuclear and mitochondrial interactions. Male sterility is the failure of plants to produce functional anthers, pollen, or male gametes. The plant triad, cytoplasmic male sterility, short form CMS, is determined by the mitochondrial genome and is associated with pollen sterility phenotype. Phenotype means external feature. So this cytoplasmic male sterility is associated with pollen sterility phenotype. Okay, and it is determined by the mitochondrial genome. So the correct answer is option 2.